Hey friends, it's Julie, and I'm just doing a really quick video here, maybe quick, but I have recently acquired this book. It is called Samuel Schmucker and the Discovery of His Work, and this relates to the other book that I had shown you before about Yellowstone Park, because it's written by the same people. They are in Bozeman, Montana, so it's really cool to know that there's really knowledgeable postcard people just a couple hours away from me. They had a little chapter in here called William Henry Jackson and the Detroit Publishing Company. It was interesting to read of his little career where he started off well with photography, and then they had like a depression. This was before the Great Depression that affected his whole career basically. So he had gotten jobs here and there and everywhere. When he had first had photography career, he had a pretty good wage, but in the ensuing years it wasn't so great because of the economy. And then there was this paragraph that said, or actually the section that said he had all these pictures that all of a sudden were in demand, and I think it was to Stone and Underwood, something to do with the photochrome. I'm just scanning through because I don't remember the details. I'm farther along in the book now. But then he said that at the age of 55, he began a new career and was offered what he considered a comfortable salary. Even when I was young, a teenager, somebody going and starting a new career at 55 was very rare, and it wasn't always looked favorably upon because they're older. How much longer are they going to be in that career and all that stuff? Here I am. I'm going to be 50 soon, and I have been doing postcards for nearly 3 years now. I've done a lot of vintage and stuff, but when I was younger, I felt like I was probably at the cusp of what I could do. I had gone to college for English and everything. I was a talk show producer for a really popular radio show, Christian radio show in the area. My husband was a programmer. We had a house. We were there, and we didn't have debt. We still don't have debt, except for one item which will be gone soon. 25 years later, here I am, basically starting a new business with postcard selling, YouTube, writing, all this other stuff. What happened in the ensuing year? Lately, I needed to reinvent myself because of having health issues that made it really hard for me to do a job. So doing a full-time job is almost out of the question unless I don't want to have any kind of life. If I just work, eat, and sleep, basic rest, that would just be my life. That's why I really like doing things like this, like postcard selling, a YouTube channel and such. So I sometimes feel discouraged about that. It's like if I had kept on that track of being in radio, and I was also in the corporate world for a while, and I was doing well, and I think I could have done really well at it, but I just didn't enjoy it. It felt soul sucking. Had I continued on the path, we'd have a bigger house. We probably, I have a prestigious job. Who knows what my husband would be doing too. He'd probably still be a programmer like he is. So I feel discouraged sometimes. We don't own our house, we rent, and the house prices in Montana are one of the highest in the nations right now because everybody's buying up the homes because they want to live here. So it feels like I'm not a success at life at this time. I was a success in the past, just like this person in this book. And so it was really encouraging for me to read that at 55, he finally had a comfortable salary after all those years of striving. Your story isn't done yet. I mean, who knows? Maybe at 55, I will find that thing where I'm comfortable, and again. But does it really matter, your financial success? Yeah, we need to have shelter, food, clothing. I need medical, of course, really good medical. But beyond that, I do have a house. I live on 4,000 acres on a ranch in Montana. How many people can say that? I have a lot of you guys who are very encouraging and who come and help me too. Found this good business, these postcards that are easy to work. I enjoy it. So there's a lot of good about it. If you're in the same boat as I am, to not be discouraged, because even if you don't reach that comfortable income part, which, okay, to be realistic, we are comfortable, mainly because we live within our means and we don't have really any debt. But we're comfortable. It's just not what the world looks like for success. This person who had finally at 55 discovered what his life's work added up to. There's other people who that's happened to. Laura Ingalls Wilder didn't start writing until she was, I think, in their 60s. There's Grandmother Moses who didn't start painting until she was in her 50s. Colonel Sanders didn't start his chicken business until I think he was 50 or 60 as well. So the best can be yet to come. And all these years in between are the journey. And instead of focusing on someday I'll be there, be in the moment and appreciate where you are now. Even if you aren't where you would like to be, appreciate where you are, because when you get there, you can look back at the journey you've been at. Or if you never get there, you can still look back. This is how I was in the journey. This is what I appreciated in the journey. This is my encouragement to you, that it doesn't have to look like everybody's success. My postcard business hasn't been as good as it was earlier, like last year, because I've been kind of taking a break. I have to build it up again, but that's okay because I know how to do that. I have been listing, 50 postcards a day. I think one time almost 100. You can still do it. So I'm appreciating the journey and the things that happen internally and externally along the way. And if I don't have that moment where all of those things come together and lead to the success that I was hoping for, it's okay because I've enjoyed the steps along the way. So my encouragement to you is you are where you're supposed to be at, and the choices you have made has brought you this far. And I believe that what you've been learning along the way will be used again sometime. I find that a lot with postcard selling, that I will come across something, oh, I know about that because of this I learned in the past. So you're accumulating all of these experiences and the knowledge that's going to ultimately lead to, maybe if it doesn't lead to the successful career that you want, you're developing yourself and you are being the best self that you can be. So thank you for watching. Yeah, and yes, this book allowed me to get into that little philosophical mindset, and you never know where postcards are going to take you. Thanks for watching. Have a joyful day. Goodbye.